understand something about slavery in general. If you were to say to me right now, Andrew, you can have slaves, I'd say, okay. You have to house them. You have to feed them. You have to give them medical care to make sure they stay alive. And then you have to somehow get them to work hard at the best of their ability, even though they're not motivated because they're slaves. That sounds very difficult. It sounds expensive. It sounds like a lot of work. It's much easier to just pay these people a very low wage in which they can barely afford their own house, barely afford their own food. So they're still enslaved for a little bit of money, barely afford their own medical care, but they still have to do everything I say. Wage slavery has replaced traditional slavery because it's easier for the elites to keep you a wagee than it is to make you a slave. If they could somehow make you work hard as a slave without you rioting, they would. But instead, they'd rather just use this wage slavery system. Let's make sure the money inflates. Let's make sure everyone's poor. This is why we always talk about making money to escape the matrix. Make sure everybody's broke, and then we'll just make them wagees, because a wagee is just a slave of another kind, where we haven't got to worry about actually dealing with their health care, actually giving them a house. We can just give them these few pennies of money we print, and they're still stuck. The smartest thing rich people ever did was come along and say to all the poor people, money doesn't make you happy. Don't worry, I'll keep all the money because it doesn't make you happy. You ever seen a rich man give his money away? No, they say money doesn't make you happy. You keep slaving away for minimum wage. I'll stay over here a millionaire, but I'm not happy, so don't worry. Don't be jealous. Bollocks. People say money doesn't buy happiness. And my answer is, how would you know? And even if it doesn't, you can just give it all away again. Like, don't you want to try a different version of reality? You've lived this life where you wake up and you earn a little bit of money and you're really grateful to buy things because you can't afford everything. So, save up for stuff and then you buy something and you're grateful for it. And then an emergency comes and wipes out your savings and you go back to work. You've tried that version of reality. Let's try the new one, right? Let's try my version of reality. You buy every car. Why? Because it makes no difference to your bank. You buy a Koenigsegg Jesko, then you buy another one because you can't decide on the color. You buy a jet, you buy a yacht, you buy Bugattis. You spend $1 million a month on basically nothing, just day-to-day expenses like security and cigars and staff. And yeah, sure, I'm not saying my life is perfect. Hedonistic adaptation's a bit. Sometimes you sit and go, I bought all this shit and I spend all this money and I don't even really care about any of it. That does happen. It's true. But I can always go back to being broke. I can always just give it up again. I've lived poor. Now I get to live rich. Do you want to live all the different versions? We only live once. Do you want to try all the different versions of reality? Your primary reason to get rich shouldn't be to get stuff. It should be to take care of the people you love and to experience a new version of life. For the same reason you want to go traveling and try some new food. Try a new life where you're not fucking broke. Try a new life where you're not a peasant. You're only living once and you're sitting there going, oh, I don't have motivation. You don't have motivation to change the game before you expire and end up in the ground. You're never going to wake up rich ever once before you die. Ever. Do you have any idea how great it feels to wake up rich? Like just to wake up and go, still rich. Shall I buy some more stuff? Oh, I already have everything I want. Oh, look, I have everything. It's a great feeling. And yeah, there are some rich people who say money doesn't buy happiness, blah, blah. You can always just give it away. You can go back to being broke again. I might go broke at the end, mix it up for the last year, Become homeless or something. Who cares? Who cares? It's funny. But I have the choice. Because I've worked hard and I'm successful, so I can decide to be broke. You don't have a choice. You're broke by force. If I don't have something, it's because I don't want it. If you don't have something, it's because you can't afford it. Very different. Very different things. Hey, Andrew, do you have a 488 Pista Ferrari? No, I don't, actually. I have 4 812 competitions and 94 other cars. But why don't you have a Pista? I didn't want one. Why don't you have one? Because you can't afford one. I don't want it. You can't have it. I can have whatever the I want. Which means if I don't have something, I made a conscious decision. I decided not to that female because she is desperate for me. I win. I have control. I'm the winner. That's why it's extremely important you get up off your ass and stop being broke, so you can experience a new life where you matter. Everyone's a slave. You're sitting at home in a Western country. You don't even have fucking health care because you can't afford health insurance. You go to work all day, every day to have enough money to pay rent and barely eat food. You have no prospects for the future. You can save precisely zero money. You're never going to compound your way out of your poverty because you're being outpaced by endless inflation and taxation. You are a fucking slave. If you're a full-grown man and you're watching this and you do not have the capability to take your entire family and move to Tokyo tomorrow for whatever reason, if you don't have that kind of finance or capability, you take a long, hard look in the mirror and say, what the fuck does my love even mean? What kind of man, what kind of head of the family even am I? I can say I love my wife all day long. I can say I love my kids all day long. What does that even mean if I'm not going to finish work and take an extra hour out of my day to try something new to escape the fucking matrix before all of this crumbles? Your love means nothing if you don't try. If you ever talk to an alcoholic, alcoholics are obsessed with the past. It's like, hi, alcoholic. Oh, yeah, my kid died. Da-da-da. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. They're obsessed with the past all of the time. You need to be able to regenerate your mind. If you can't do that, you just rot. Imagine your body gave up on regeneration. Imagine you cut your finger and your body said, nah, just keep bleeding. I give up on this whole regenerative garbage. It's unfathomable for you people to imagine a world in which your body gives up regenerating because you know that you're going to simply decay and die. But your mind has given up on regenerating long ago. And you're not trying to fix it. You're not sitting going, all the bad things that happened to me, my mind needs to instantly regenerate. I need to take the lessons from them, learn so I become more capable and more competent, and move forward. That's it. It happened. Here's the lesson I learned. Move forward. Done. I'm going to say something very logical to you people at home. And if you're stupid, you're not going to understand it. But if you're smart, it's not that difficult a concept. There is no light without dark. 5,000 years ago, the Chinese drew yin and yang for a reason. They are linked. They go together. There is no such thing as a successful person without a failure. Without the failures, there's no success. You need both. For there to be winners, there has to be losers. Therefore, if God is going to give you the chance to become a successful person, He has to make it difficult. He has to lay out a gauntlet, because within that gauntlet, some people will quit and they can go become losers, which allow the people who do not quit to be winners.
You're never going to regret the times you fail. You're never going to regret the times you lose. You're going to regret the times you did not try. In life, if you're capable of trying something, try it. And if you flip enough coins, eventually a bunch of them land on heads, and before you know it, you have $100 million and you're the most famous man in the world.
I think the number one advice I can give to anybody in the world today is you need to get rich quickly. We're living in a world now where it's financialized capitalism. A lot of people don't understand this. If I gave you $1 million in the 80s and said, make more money with this money, you'd go open a store or open a shop. Well, you can't do that now because you can't compete with Amazon. So if I give you $1 million now and I say make money with this money, you just buy Amazon stock. Meaning it is easier to turn money into money than it's ever been, and it is near impossible to make money in the first place. So it's extremely important you get money today and turn that money into more money.
You must panic, gentlemen, because things are going to get a whole bunch worse before they get better. So whatever plans you have that were for the middle of next year, that were due to take 6 to 12 months, whatever they are, they must disappear. You must instantly enact these plans. You must instantly take action, and you must aim for instant results. If you don't feel the urgency, you're in trouble. It's the great lock-in of 2026. Listen to my words. Store this tweet. Asset prices are going to go through the roof. The dollar will continue to lose value. It's going to be harder and harder for you to own anything of significance. AI is going to take more and more jobs. There's going to be less and less opportunities. It is the great lock-in of 2026. If you don't make it this year, you ain't going to make it. That's how it feels to me, and I know more than you. You need to start waking up and saying, uh-oh, it is now or absolutely never. The great lock-in, the work must begin. You must be motivated and dedicated. You must believe in yourself. You have to try 100% this year, because soon the gates to prosperity are going to close forever. They will close forever, and your chance will be gone. Your entire bloodline will remain poor forever because of you. The Great Lock-In 2026, it's now or never.
Every time you try something repeatedly, you get better at it. Guaranteed. That is a guarantee. You could take it to the bank. So when you know that, how can you struggle to find the motivation or the discipline to try at something, because you know for a fact you're going to get better? If you train, you're going to get stronger. Guaranteed. If you hopscotch, you're going to get better at mother niggin hopscotching. Guaranteed. If you want to learn how to make money, you dedicate yourself, you keep doing what you're supposed to do, and you'll get better at making money. It is a guarantee that if you continue to try something, you'll improve. So imagine how short-sighted you must be. Imagine how empty your pot of chi. Imagine how weak your consciousness to understand that guaranteed results come from applied effort and still not finding the gumption to apply yourself.
Don't you want to escape the doom and the gloom? The algos are trying to beat you down. They're trying to demotivate you. They're trying to wreck your soul. Get rid of all that. Get in a group of people who are dedicated to winning, who are guaranteed to make it out because they have promised the universe that they are going to win.
The universe will conspire to help you. The universe will literally break its own rules, break the laws of physics, and the molecules and atoms around you will all get into perfect alignment and conspire for you to pull off some enormous, near impossible victory if you dedicate yourself to something. The universe will not give up on you if you do not give up on the universe. The problem is you keep saying you're going to do something. You keep promising the world and yourself and your family and karma and the fabric of the simulation that you're going to get something done. And then you quit. A few days later, you don't do it. And you think that nobody notices. But the truth is the universe notices. And like the boy who cried wolf, next time you promise you're going to get something done, the universe doesn't see why it should rearrange itself, why it should break the laws of physics to help you win, when every other time you promised you were going to get something done, you gave up a few days later.
It's not just what you give to the world. It's also what the world gives back to you. It's symbiotic. It goes both ways. You need to be in the right place at the right time so the world is flooding you with positive energy. And that positive energy is ways to make money online, how to get in perfect physical condition, and being surrounded by good, motivated, dedicated, hardworking people. There's a direct correlation between how fantastic your life is and how much money you have. If you want to have a good year, you need cash. So you need to be in a place where you can earn money. What else would make your life fantastic? Well, you want to be in good shape. You want to be strong. You want to be around positive people. People who are open-minded and thinking of brand new ideas, who aren't buying into the doom and gloom of the world. You want to be in a network, a community of optimists, of positive individuals.
Become a great listener. Get around successful people and listen. Listen to what they say, and listen to how they say it. There is something to be said for style as well as content. And never has listening to successful people been easier or less costly than it is today. And you can listen to their ideas while you do something else. While driving your car, exercising, getting dressed in the morning, anytime. Listen over and over again and feel their ideas become your ideas. Their inspiration, your inspiration. They'll lift your spirit. They'll keep your mind on what's important, on your goal and how you can achieve it. Ideas well written, well spoken, well received, well learned, and well invested can be your driving life force for wealth and happiness. But remember, you can work hard and be sincere all your life and wind up broke and unhappy. You've got to be better than a good worker. You've got to be a good listener. Watch what successful people do. Here's why. Success leaves clues. Spend the money, time, and the effort. They're all investments, time, effort, and money. But the payoff is so great, it's hard to compare the cost to the reward. Set up an educational fund. Remember, the best money spent is the money spent to cultivate the genius of your own mind and spirit.